Champions, they have gone through a lot to get where they are. Everybody knows their story this season. What's the key for them as they start this Super Bowl?
Let's go full cliche on this one because it works. Remember what got you here. Been a winning formula all season long. This is a team that when we saw them in the preseason, we said they look like a group that has what it takes to be a Super Bowl winning team, and we've been proven right by what we've seen throughout the season.
And he'll maneuver his way forward for about 4, 2nd and 6.
Well, at the end of all that hitting and hollering, it was a 4-yard run, so the offense is going to go back there and feel pretty good about themselves. Defensively, you have to feel okay because you didn't let it turn into a bigger run, but the goal, shut it down for 2 yards or less. That's when you start to feel good about yourselves.
The run got 4. Now they deal with a 2nd and 6. Here's a play fake as they set up to throw. Buying time to his left. Open man is Kyle Pitts, his tight end. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. It's a gain of 34.
Well, after the standard 2-week layoff, you always wonder how's your offense going to respond and come out and play here in the Super Bowl. Well, they got a great answer right there and almost a sigh of relief on that side of the field because now they've got to feel like they can use their entire playbook and game plan for this one.
So the line of scrimmage moves all the way across the 50 now as they come up 1st and 10. And that play will go nowhere. Losing yardage back near midfield at the 49. This defense not fooled one bit on that touch pass.
And this has become one of those kind of in vogue plays, you know, kind of like the shuffle pass was a few years ago. This one never got off the ground, but you understand why a lot of teams are running it. These wide receivers, a lot of them, they run like running backs with the ball in their hands.
$13 yards remaining on 2nd down. Now a handoff here to his running back. And again, the run defense stout this time. He maybe gets back to the line of scrimmage, but no more. Call it no gain there, and now they're looking at a 3rd and 13. They'll set up to throw. Flush to his right. And he can't find anywhere to go with it. And he goes down. Joey Bosa drops him for a loss of 12. And it also brings up 4th down. The Falcons send out their punter. As the first drive of the game stalls out, he's on to punt. This is taken at the 18. It's a return of 5 following a punt of 42 yards. And it'll be Charger football here as they take over. Herbert going to lead up the Chargers here, 1st and 10 at their own 23. Here's the first carry for Austin Eckler. They'll be brought down on the 30-yard line after a gain of 6.
All right, Brand, I know we're in the early going here, but those kind of runs, they're going to open up a world of opportunities for this offense going forward.
6 yards on that last play. Here's 2nd and 4. Herbert will give this one to Eckler. Trying to bounce it outside, but he's only able to get it back to the line of scrimmage. Call it no gain that time as it's going to leave him with a 3rd and about 3 to go. They'll try to pick up the first with Eckler. And this effort won't be enough as they rally up to stop him a couple of yards short. Just a 1-yard gain on the play, and that'll mean a call to the punt team as it's 4th down. They'll run for it with Eckler, and he's not going to get the first. I don't even think he made it back to the line of scrimmage. Boy, a curious decision to go for it. Doesn't pan out, and it'll be a turnover on downs. Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10. And to give this time to the tailback. Trying to run inside, but nothing there. Joey Bosa in on the stop. And as a defensive end, getting off the ball quickly, swarming to the football, making a tackle. That's what we saw right there.
Yeah, that's what their job is. And really, a lot of the time, they have to throttle back a little bit in the run game because you know those defensive ends, they're like in a sprinter stance. They're just headed straight for the quarterback. That was good recognition on that play to hold them to no gain.
Here's 2nd and 10. On play action, they'll throw. Escaping the pressure right. And he'll be out of bounds just inside the 25-yard line. He turned that into a nice gain, gets him 8 yards closer for 3rd down.
Okay, he's not going to get the first down, but this is still a nice job of buying some time and then running to get to the sideline and get out of bounds and avoid the big hit.
On 3rd down, Westbrook. And he'll have the first down, getting this one to the 14-yard line. It's an 8-yard pickup and leads to a new set of downs. Here's a 1st and 10 at the 14-yard line. They'll try the left side. Westbrook. And the stop will come inside the 5 at the 4. It'll be a pickup of 10 yards. And it'll be 2nd and very short.
On any explosive run, you can almost feel the ground shaking, and that's from the offensive linemen creating space for their runners. I had an old coach tell me before that he always told his runners, run around the offensive line in pregame. Get used to the ground shaking so you don't trip and fall when it happens in a game.
No score after 1 on EA Sports. So not quite a 1st and goal just yet as they come up now 2nd and inches. They'll try the left side. Westbrook. And he will take it in for a Falcon touchdown. With a first touchdown of this Super Bowl and a long one at that, as his guys are on the board first here tonight. Well, we had the scoreless first quarter of play. We sure didn't have to wait long into the 2nd quarter to get some action on the scoreboard.
So was the first quarter a feeling out process? I mean, that was an interesting quarter, wasn't it? Because we had some action, we had some good play, just didn't have any points. So now it's game on.
Now, meanwhile, a pass that should have been intercepted, but it winds up falling incomplete. So they went for 2 and failed. They didn't use him on the PAT, but now he boots this one away with a 6-0 lead. Taking it about the 1. And able to get this across the 20, but not much further as he's dropped at the 23-yard line. The Charger drive about to get going. And last time they were very fortunate, this offense. They went for it on 4, turned it over in their own territory, but the other guys held up. They didn't give up any points.
So how about the guy with the #1 headset on the sidelines, the head coach? That was planned going into it, not necessarily to not get the first down or to have the defense have to hold up.
But he trusted his defense.
Trusted his defense very much, and I think that's how he's going to play this game. Go for it, be aggressive, because I've got the Wild Bunch backing me up over here on my own sideline.
Yeah, we'll see what his offense. And that's caught inside the 30.
You got to love it, baby.
Touchdown, LA.
Well, fair to say that when you're looking at guys that can run like the wind, you often find them at the wide receiver position, and that was special there. Extra point by Bass, up and good.
And they take the lead here at 7-6.
After the touchdown, Bass to kick it away. He will return this from deep in the end zone. And no chance to get away as they'll get him down at about the 17-yard line.
About set to begin their next drive, the Falcons offense at the line. And for them, a touchdown their last go-around. Obviously, they'll be hoping to do that again.
And when you start plotting for this drive, when you start thinking to yourself, okay, what are we going to do? You don't go away from what you did before because that worked, but you have to be prepared for wrinkles and counters because you know they'll make some adjustments.
Coming up on 2nd and 7.
And he'll give it here to his running back. And he will lose yardage on the play. Back at his own 19-yard line. Now they're staring at a 3rd and 8. That last play backwards a yard.
This defense is really flown around in the first half. They've gotten to the ball carrier before they can really get started. Offense got to come up with something else in order to try and get this running game going.
An extra cornerback now in the game for the Chargers here on 3rd.
Hands it off out of the gun.
And this defense rallies, and they stop him short of the first down right near the 24. Call it a gain of 5. 4th down now.
He did have the touchdown run earlier, but not a heck of a lot more than that throughout this game.
No, not at all. In fact, I would say that this defense has done as good of a job on him as they have on any runner in recent memory. The Falcons send out their punter as he'll punt it away for the 2nd time. And they're going to fake it from deep in their own territory. A little trickeration there, but it doesn't fool them. And the Chargers will get the football back in excellent field position. Running on 1st down, Eckler. He'll be brought down at the 21 after a pickup of 4.
I feel like I could see what he was thinking on that carry. Wanted to follow that big tackle through the hole. Ended up only getting 4 yards on the carry. I think he had designs on that one being bigger.
Following the pickup of 4, here's 2nd and 6. On the give, this is Eckler. And the running lane's non-existent in this first half as they'll stop him behind the line. It'll go down as a 2-yard loss, and it brings up a 3rd down.
Brings up 3rd down and 8.
Play action. It's Herbert. Left sideline, a dive, and it looks like he's got it. And this is caught. He's got it. Touchdown, L.A. Curtis Samuel, his 2nd touchdown of this Super Bowl. And the Chargers are going to add on to their lead.
Extra point by Bass, up and good.
And the lead is up to 8.
14. Falcons 6.
After the touchdown, Bass to kick it away. This will be returned from deep in the end zone. And only able to get this to the 19, so probably should have opted for the touchback. About set to begin their next drive, the Falcons offense at the line. They'll run on first down. Westbrook looking for a seam but finding none. He'll get back to the line of scrimmage, and that's it. Deron Payne, the big D tackle there to make the stop.
At the 18-yard line.
2nd and 10.
He'll drop to throw.
He's got his pass-catching tight end. That's Pitts.
Only 3 yards on the catch. It's 3rd down.
They gave up the completion there, but this is what zone defenses count on. Catching the ball and not much run after the catch.
The Falcons on 3rd down. Just 1 for 3 thus far. This is 3rd and 8. Now back to throw.
Oh, not sure he saw the linebacker there as that's batted down and incomplete.
So after 3 drives and 3 touchdowns combined between these two clubs, finally we get a defensive stop.
Yes, and welcome to the party, defensive players. And glad to have you because for a while there, it almost felt like it was 11 going downfield on air. Okay, so to be able to have someone come up, make a stop, now we got a football game going.
Two minutes on the clock in the second quarter of this Super Bowl. Coming up in a couple of minutes, we'll get you to Jonathan Coachman in Orlando. The coach will have stats and scores from earlier today in the NFL. Here's Eckler to begin the drive. And he still has yet to get on track in this first half as they're going to stop him behind the line. A loss of a full 3 yards, and now it's 2nd down. And he gets this to the 35. Good for a gain of 5.
And there we saw one of the downsides of blitzing during a rundown because sometimes you get out of your gaps. You don't fit the run quite as well because you're headed towards the ball carrier with abandon.
And for the Falcons, 5 men in the secondary, now on 3rd. Here's Herbert. This is swung out to Eckler.
And he goes out right around the 39.
He did his best to just get 4 out of that, but not enough. And now 4th down.
On 4th down, J.K. Scott ready to punt it away.
And that one hits a little too close to the goal line, and it continues into the end zone for a touchback. About set to begin their next drive, the Falcons offense at the line.
There was still more than a minute to go in the half. Time to try to mount a drive.
And I would think that they would have to. This is today's NFL. You got to push it whenever you get an opportunity. You can never have enough points with the high-powered offenses that you face. And analytics will tell you, try and score when given the opportunity.
Now 2nd and 7 from the 23.
Back to throw. Eluding the pressure right. And he completes it to Westbrook. And he's able to get this one up to his 30 before he's out of bounds. Boy, the evolution of the game and how these guys on plays like that can get out of the pocket, keep plays alive, it just makes things so much harder for defenses.
It really does, and we're talking about an era in the game where the quarterbacks are the most athletically gifted that we've seen in a bunch. I mean, when you talk about collectively, it's unbelievable. So their ability to move is practiced now. It's not necessarily, oh, he just took off and you guys figure it out. When he takes off, everyone knows where to go now. They know how to run routes, change things, make themselves presentable for the quarterback. That's a lot of time that they put in on it. It's not just your static 1, 2, 3. This is where the ball goes anymore.
Now he'll look to throw here on 2nd and 10. Flushed out right. On the run, he'll let this go deep right side. And that's caught inside the 35. 36 yards on the play.
I think this defense was still trying to recover from that last play, so you wonder if they were ready for this one. You have to imagine their defensive coaches are yelling at them to get focused, because if they don't, more plays like that will result in giving up points.
Back to throw again. That'll be caught. It's Tony. And he'll go out of bounds inside the 15-yard line. That one a gain of 20 and a first down. From the red zone now, they'll look to throw. Flush to his right. And the stop will come inside the 5 at the 4. He'll get 10 there all on his own, but it'll be 2nd down. Falcons going to use their 3rd and final timeout as the clock will stop with 21 seconds to go here in the first half. They still need about the length of the football here, maybe a little less as they come up on 2nd and inches. The Chargers going to signal for the first of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 21 seconds to go here in the first half. Still a few inches short of a first down as they come up now on 2nd down. He'll look to throw. Escaping the pressure right. And he'll take it into the end zone. Touchdown, Atlanta. It's their quarterback as the first half is winding down. And the Falcons are able to cut into this lead in the final seconds of the first half. And now they'll empty the backfield here as they elect to go for 2. Now the Chargers will use the second of their timeouts as they stop it with 16 seconds to go in half number 1. And now they'll empty the backfield here as they elect to go for 2. They'll try and throw for it. Dancing to his left. So now, Charles, 2 touchdowns, 2 tries at 2-point conversions, and both fail.
And you want to say, let's go ahead and run the kicker out there from now on, but the problem is you're chasing points at this stage. So now you got to dial up more 2-point conversions and hope you're successful from here on out.
Taken at the goal line.
distance here. He's past the 30.
The Chargers take over first and 10 at their own 33-yard line.
The Charger drive about to get going as they take over here with 11 seconds remaining.
And they're just going to run it here up the middle. And he'll just push his way forward for a few as the clock will run. And offensively, they'll take the timeout with 6 seconds left in the second quarter.
Well, it's time for them to be good teammates right here. And what I mean by that is possess the ball for a little while. Get at least 2 first downs. Give their defense a chance to settle down a little bit after they give up a touchdown.
And they line up now for what will likely be the last play of the first half. On second down now, Conway. And he'll get this up to about the 40. So we've come upon halftime in the big one, the Super Bowl. As we'll get you over to Orlando, where standing by is Jonathan Coachman. He has our EA Sports halftime report.
These two teams have had plenty of extra time to make their final adjustments, but time's just about up. The final half of the NFL season is upon us. So let's get it back out to our Super Bowl broadcast team. Here's Brandon and Charles.
All right, Coach, thanks. Yeah, both teams likely to make some changes in what's been a closely fought battle to this point.
These two teams sat through a longer than usual 30-minute wait, but we're back in action here in the Super Bowl. The Charger drive about to get going.
And I think you'd have to say their coaching staff, all things considered, had to be pleased with their performance in the first half of this Super Bowl.
Definitely pleased, doing their best not to show it to their team, of course, because as you and I both know, their mantra all season long has been finish. Get the job done. They know how close they are to lifting that trophy. One more solid half of football, and they can do exactly that.
Here's 2nd and 9.
They'll run out of the gun with Eckler. And running room scarce here. He's going to be stopped in his tracks at the line of scrimmage. Calling no gain on the run there, and now they'll be looking at a 3rd down.
An important play right here, 3rd and 10.
And I would expect pressure here.
It's Eckler again. And they're going to get him down well short of the first as he can only get this to the 30. It'll be a gain of 5, and the punt team will now come out on 4th down. Here's J.K. Scott now as he'll kick it away for the 2nd time. And that one hits at the 7, but bounds into the end zone, and that'll be a touchback. About set to begin their next drive, the Falcons offense at the line.
And their defense did its job by forcing the punt to start things out, and now, Charles, can the offense get in gear?
I think, partner, you can sense them saying, okay, the first half was theirs, but now let's get the momentum back on our side. We forced a punt. Now let's go downfield and score. If we do that, we'll be set up well for this second half. Well, defensively, they haven't let him just sit in the pocket and get comfortable, and that's opposite a lot of game plans in today's NFL. Ordinarily, you're trying to keep the quarterback hemmed in. In this case, they brought the heat, and if he flushes out, they're fine with that, and they force another incompletion.
After the incompletion, here's 2nd and 10 from the 20. Off the play fake, he'll look to throw. Sliding out of the pocket. On the run, he'll let it go deep, right sideline.
Well, you got to think that sooner or later, they're going to hit one of those, but the coverage has been excellent thus far, and it was again on the last play.
Now they face a 3rd and 10 after back-to-back incompletions. They'll look to throw. Eluding the pressure right. Oh, he rifles one, and that's going to be intercepted. Picked off by Brian Poole. A young quarterback, Charles, rolling to his right. I know he's right-handed, but is that one that maybe a veteran sticks in his pocket?
I think so, but you have to remember with young quarterbacks, it may take a few years before they get all the stuff out of them that they did earlier in their career or even in their college days when they were used to being dominant. In this case, the NFL veteran defense ended up winning the battle.
They'll try and run for it on 1st and goal. And they'll get this from the 8 to the 5. Pickup of 3. In the first half, he was held in check on the ground, but despite that lack of production, they still have the lead.
And they've got to feel fortunate about that. If they could actually get production from their lead horse, that would help open up this offense and widen this margin, too.
2nd down and goal. Herbert. He finds his receiver, Williams, for a Charger touchdown. A 5-yard touchdown catch, and the Chargers capitalize on the short field as they take it in for 6. Extra point by Bass, up and good. And that makes this a 9-point game. After the touchdown, Bass to kick it away. Well, from deep in the end zone, he's going to bring this out. And that decision to bring it out ends up not being a good one. Costs him about 5 yards as he's tackled at the 20. About set to begin their next drive, the Falcons offense at the line. And following the interception, we'll see what they can put together on this drive.
I can hear my old college coach right now. He always used to tell us before every game, the team making the fewest mistakes.
He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked by Kenneth Murray. And he brings this one back. It's a pick-6 and a Charger TD. What a moment for him, a pick-6 in the Super Bowl. You think about some of the big pick-6s over the history of this huge game. I remember, because I was watching with a lot of Colts fans, Tracy Porter picking Peyton Manning to get the Saints' first title.
Yeah, that one pretty much sealed the deal for New Orleans as well, but I got to go back.
Oh, and now they're going to fake it. And he is not going to get in there. He stops short of the goal line, and the lead is going to stay right where it is. So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick-6, and now the kick is away. He will return this from deep in the end zone. And he will be brought down here inside the 20. Good coverage as he's dropped at the 17. About set to begin their next drive, the Falcons offense at the line. And fresh off the pick-6, they've got to forget about that quickly.
In this case now, the guy throwing the ball, he's got to be like what we talk about with defensive backs who get beat for a long touchdown. Short-term memory, right back out there doing the things that he does best, and knowing that taking care of the ball is paramount. Here's his opportunity.
It all comes back to those defensive backs for the former DB, right?
I don't know where that comes from. It just kind of emerges out of me for some reason.
It's deep in there, right? So the illegal forward pass also costs him a down, and now it's 2nd and long. They'll look to throw here. That's complete to Tony. And they work this well upfield across the 45. The big play has them all the way out near midfield for a 1st and 10. And they'll run on the inside handoff. And he'll be brought down right at midfield after a gain of only a couple. The last run good for 2. Here's 2nd and 8. From the midfield stripe, they'll look to throw. And the Chargers rush is going to get there. Down he goes. Christian Barmore forced his way through, drops him for a loss of 10 yards. This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on third down. Looking to throw. Throw left side, complete to Tony. And he's out of bounds just before the midfield stripe at the 49. They do get 9, but it leads to fourth down. They'll try and throw for it here. Flushed out right. And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. So certainly an interesting call there to go for it. And the Chargers will get the football back in excellent field position. They'll try the right side with Eckler. 3 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be second down.
I'd say they've got to find a way to get him going. He's such a big part of their offense. I wonder if they might throw it a little and come back to the run.
Anything, because you're right. He's pretty much been completely neutralized.
Hey, check back, Mike 6, Mike 6. You don't want none, baby. You don't want none. Hey, you don't want to see me. You don't want none. Check nickel. No.
Herbert just beat the play clock, and he fends him off. There goes a deep ball, end zone. And that is, I think he caught it. He did, but they'll say out of bounds. It'll be incomplete.
Love his pocket awareness, able to slip out of the sack. But once you take your eyes off the receivers, once your eyes come down and you see the rush, hard to get back downfield and find an open target. Fortunate, that one just wound up as an incomplete pass.
And they'll need the 39 here for a first. This is third down. A handoff, it's Eckler. Only a yard on the pickup there, and it's going to leave them with a fourth down.
Well, they're hoping that the second half is better for him than the first half. They've got to find a way to get him going. He's a big part of their offense.
Tyler Bass on for the field goal. A 62-yard attempt.
And this is good. It was running out of gas there at the end, but he winds up getting just enough on it. And that will make this now an 18-point ball game. And right now, Charles, this is about building that lead little by little, and they're able to do just that.
And it gets them past the key number of 16, so this is now a 3-score lead. Not time to exhale just yet, but that might prove to be an important 3 points before things are said and done.
First and 10 at their own 18-yard line.
About set to begin their next drive, the Falcons offense at the line. They had a great drive going last time. They were moving the ball, and then all of a sudden it just stalled out. So we'll see what they can do here, Charles.
And it's always easy to second guess when you don't get it on a fourth down try. But they had to like the feeling that they had going on offense. They want to continue to see if they can capture that again on this drive and maybe get in the same position.
Yeah, and that's, I mean, like I said, they were moving the football. It's not like they went 4 and out, so I don't think it's a deal where the offense doesn't have confidence.
No, I agree with you totally on that one. If anything, they may have gained more confidence. Okay, they stopped us once. That's all right. Let's keep moving it. Make them do it again.
And he can't get rid of it. He's taken down. And they need to work to at least get some of this yardage back after the sack. 2nd and 19. Back to throw here. And that would not to be. It's incomplete. So they couldn't hook up as time has now run out on this third quarter of play. Back now here on EA Sports. It's the Falcons. They'll have the football, but trailing on the scoreboard as we get set to begin the fourth. The Falcons on third down, lacking much success, just 2 for 7 to this point. This will be 3rd and 19. They're going to look to throw. Taking a deep shot here for Hardman. That's caught inside the 20. And great yardage here all the way deep into Los Angeles territory. Pretty good timing. He waited just enough for that post play to develop and laid it right in there.
And you know what a lot of teams do when they decide to throw a post route? Because it's a little bit longer developing play, they max protect. Bring everyone in, keep the tight end in, an extra.
And he is into the end zone for a Falcon touchdown. A great play there. His second touchdown of this Super Bowl. And the Falcons have got it back to a 2-score game here in the fourth. Here we go now as they will again try for 2. They'll look to throw. And he's going to get in for the 2 points, and that'll make this a 10-point game. He hits the big target for the 2-point try. Defenses hate those guys, especially around the goal line.
It's hard to decide who you're going to put on him. Are you going to put a smaller corner on him? Are you going to put a safety who doesn't have maybe the same coverage skills? How about a linebacker? He may have the size, but he's not used to really covering in space. That's why the tight end gives you such a great advantage when you're throwing the football.
Chargers take over 1st and 10 at their own 31-yard line.
The Charger drive about to get going. And they have been the better of the two sides to this point with a 2-score lead, 4th quarter of this Super Bowl. And the Lombardi Trophy within reach as they start this drive 1st and 10. 2 yards on the carry there. It'll be 2nd down. So 4th quarter, a nice run there to start this drive. Charles, what do you think the split will be here between run and pass?
Well, partner, I think it'll lean towards the run, but this is also not a time where you just totally do that. You still have to possess the ball, move the sticks, and keep the clock moving as well. So they'll run their offense, but yeah, when they have a chance to run it, they'll do that a little bit more.
It's a 4-yard pickup there, and it leaves him with 3rd and 5.
Brings up 3rd and
5.
Justin Herbert looking to pass. And intercepted. Maybe the turning point they need. Picked off near the 44. 2-score game here in the 4th, and that pick, it kind of keeps the door ajar, doesn't it?
It does, and you wonder about their strategy because with a 2-score lead, you would think maybe you're just sitting on it trying to drain some clock. It's almost like they felt like, hey, we've got a good cushion. We can keep pressing it. It ended up costing them.
On 1st down, Westbrook. And this one goes nowhere. Losing yardage on the play back at the 46. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12.
There's no question that coming into this game, this defense was pretty vocal about its desire to take this running back out of his game. And all that pregame wolfing has turned into results.
First play of the drive goes the wrong way. Here's 2nd and 12. He'll look to throw. Flush to his right. And some space here. They'll try. Oh, no, he lost the football. But this will fortunately wind up out of bounds. You can almost see inside his face mask there the look of relief. He coughed it up, but it goes out of bounds. They keep it.
Someone came around with lucky horseshoe, aren't they? If I were him, I'd go out and play the lottery after that one. A very fortunate man.
And they're operating in plus territory here. And that is caught. Touchdown, Falcons. Kadarius Toney there to make the grab. And the Falcons have made it a one-score game again here in the fourth.
And he's a little bit on the shorter side as a receiver. Maybe sometimes for the defense, tough to find the little guys, right?
Yeah, sometimes they get lost in the traffic, but usually what it means is that rather than just winning with height or even speed, they use their quickness to find a way to get open.
Well, tall, short, wide, skinny, whatever, there it results in a touchdown. They'll set up a throw. Escaping the pressure. And now the pressure gets there, and he goes down. So he couldn't get rid of the football, and that deficit stays right where it is.
Following the touchdown, here's Koo to kick off. Take it in at the 3. And he'll be tackled just shy of the 25.
First and 10 at their own 24-yard line.
The Charger drive about to get going. And the tension ratcheting up all around. A one-score game, fourth quarter of the Super Bowl. This is what you folks came for. Every play with the potential to win or lose a title as they look to drain some time off this clock.
So from the 36 now, first and 10.
First and 10 at the 36-yard line.
They'll run here with Eckler. Now room for Eckler. They find some open field here. And he is out of bounds inside the 35.
71 yards rushing for him now on 17 carries.
Most of their damage has been done through the air. I mean, they've rung the bell 3 times with passing touchdowns, but guess what? Ground game has not been neglected. Nice little burst right there.
They'll try and run some clock here as they keep it on the ground. Unable to corral him. He fights through. And he is out of bounds right around the 10-yard line. Great gains back-to-back. Last time over 30 yards. Better than 20 here.
First and 10 at the 10-yard line.
Going on the ground with Eckler. And this play doesn't go anywhere. Backwards, losing yardage to the 11. It's a loss of a yard there, and now second down. Coming up to the line, and they will need to run another play here before the 2-minute warning. On second down, Eckler. And he's going to be brought down just shy of the 5 at the 6.
The tackle made at the 6-yard line. A gain of 5 brings up 3rd and 6.
Fourth quarter, down to the final 2 minutes, and we've got a one-score game. So it's Charger football as we welcome you back from the 2-minute warning. They're facing a critical third down now as they try to hold on to this lead. Now Eckler, and he won't be close to a first down as he runs into a wall right around the line of scrimmage. Call it no gain there, and it leads to a fourth down. And now with 1:52 to go, we get another pause in the action. A timeout here defensively. The kick by Bass is good. And that'll make this a 7-point game. Now, from a defensive perspective, though, I think maybe they're saying, hey, we did what we needed to do, kept this a one-score game.
Yeah, without a doubt, because they were able to bleed some time off the clock, right? Put themselves in a good position, but it's not out of reach yet, okay? Being able to hold them to a field goal means that they do have a chance to come back and win this game.
Oh, a good return up past the 30. Past midfield. The 30. 10. And he will score. Touchdown, Falcons.
Well, the hard part's done. Now they just need to split the posts, tie it up, but then their defense is going to have to hold up to send it to overtime.
Yeah, no matter what. I know there's an inclination in it when you have momentum to go for two here, but if you miss it, you don't give your defense a chance at all.
Plus, it's been a good game. I want to see overtime. I'm selfish.
You obviously don't have a flight to catch.
Tomorrow. He'll look to throw. And unable to convert for 2 points. They could have tied the game with a PAT. They gambled, and they trail by 1 here in this Super Bowl. So let's try this again. After the kick return TD, here's yet another kickoff. This will be fielded inside the 5.
The Chargers take over 1st and 10 at their own 21-yard line.
The Charger drive about to get going. And this one now not quite over yet. Still 2 timeouts remaining defensively. And, boy, having that 3rd timeout would have really helped here.
Yeah, another example of why coaches really stress saving your timeouts for when you absolutely have to have them. They go over this all the time. Here's one of those situations.
After the loss to start out, here's 2nd and 11. Once more, here's Eckler. Nice footwork at the 25. And some room to maneuver. And all the way in for a Charger touchdown. Austin Eckler, an 80-yard touchdown. And the Chargers use the big play to extend their 4th quarter lead. And that run massively increased his production in this game, and now he's over 100 yards.
You can break out your calculator, partner, because his yards per carry went up significantly, right? Big-time jaunt all the way to the end zone.
Extra point by Bass, up and good. And that will ensure that it will take a touchdown and a 2-point conversion to tie it. Taken at the 15, a short kick. And able to take it past the 25 and up to the 28-yard line.
At their own 28-yard line.
About set to begin their next drive, the Falcons offense at the line. They're down here in a 1-score game, but the time, it's a factor, but it's not a huge factor right now, is it?
It's really not, because this amount of time gives them a chance to run their offense, to go through play sequences. And this is what they work on every week in practice, usually on a Friday. They go over this type of a situation, late-game situation. What are we going to do when we have the opportunity? They've called these plays a bunch of times. Now's their chance to execute them.
Well, they have the opportunity now. Here's the execution. They'll look to throw. That's going to be caught by Pitts. And they'll get this well past midfield before being stopped just before the 35. 2 chunk plays in a row. The last one was over 20 yards, and so is this one.
1st and 10 at the 37-yard line.
Back to throw. He lets this one fly toward the back of the end zone. And that's going to be incomplete. Good effort there trying to take a shot, but it's 3rd down. These are the spots, this stage of the game, where it pays to have speed on the perimeter, doesn't it?
It certainly does, and in the 2nd quarter, he may very well run by him, but in this situation, I know as a defender, I'm loosening up a couple of extra steps that allowed him to run with him stride for stride.
Back to throw. Throwing right, and that's complete. And he works it past the 30, almost to the 25. Falcons going to use their third and final timeout as they stop it here with just under 40 seconds to go in the game. He's back to throw. Going for it all. And this ball incomplete. Looked very much to be a catchable ball. He could not hang on. Second down coming up.
Samuel on the coverage.
Once again, they'll come up on the 26-yard line, 2nd and 10. Again, he'll drop to throw, eluding the pressure right. He'll head out of bounds inside the 10, marking down at the 9. Nowhere to go downfield, but he's able to get out of bounds and stop the clock here with a first down. They'll drop to throw. And he's got it. And he's into the end zone. No flags. It's a touchdown. And now a two-point conversion. And we'll be tied here in the final minute.
They have one big call left. Here we go.
One of the biggest plays in Super Bowl history unfolding before our eyes. They need 2 to tie. Back to throw. And this is going to be intercepted. Picked off by Nasir Adderley. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back.
38.
Following the touchdown, here's Koo to kick off. And they're going to mark that where it went out of bounds, so really good starting field position up past the 40-yard line. Time for this one final knee to put a bow on this title bout.
I don't know why we did it, but we went to their final walkthrough for some reason. And what did we see? Their last play in walkthrough was taking a knee and celebrating winning a Super Bowl. They wanted that visualization. They did it for real.
Yeah, they just scripted it out. Defense can't stop the clock, and they can watch the final seconds tick. And the Bolts have done it. The Los Angeles Chargers are the Super Bowl champions. And to the Super Bowl champions, they etch their name forever in NFL immortality.
That's pretty phenomenal right there. It actually gave me chills just to hear you say that, because immortality forever and ever. When you look in the record books, you'll see this team, you'll see their picture, that your name will be a part of it. That's got to be an incredible feeling, because it's been a long journey to get there, and now they get a chance to enjoy it.
I'm fired up. Don't run from rap. 1, 2, 3.